Drone mania, is it heading towards you? What's to think of it? There's a lot of videos out there showing drones. A lot of it can be debunked, but my bigger question is, what the hell is the government doing about this? This administration, I'm talking about the Biden administration, doesn't seem to care. If you remember, they allowed Chinese spy balloons to fly over our country because they said it wasn't a threat. Well, the fact that it's an adversary's spy balloon flying over our country makes it a threat. Now they're saying they don't know anything about these drones, where they're coming from, or anything else. So that when a senator had suggested that they shoot one down so we can examine it, Mayorkas, this biggest loser, I swear he's purposely going out of his way to turn our country over to another country. He said they didn't have the authority to do that. So pay attention to his wording, because what they're looking for is more power and more authority. I said, you guys be careful. Don't be surprised if a false flag event comes up where a plane gets shot down and then they use that for more gun control. So just be careful. Anyways, let's get into these things, shall we? Look how realistic that is. If they can make holograms look that realistic, nobody should be surprised about any kind of crap flying through the air. Everybody talks about Project Bluebeam, holograms being used. A couple of things to think about. Why does it have to be holograms when they can just use drones? They use drones as UFOs attacking us if they're going to go down that path of Project Bluebeam.
I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program, and there were, with Russia, there were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. Well, there were over 80, I believe. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine that came up missing. Okay? We don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some pretty high-level government officials on this stuff, and it seems as though that is the case. So I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that thing was headed towards the United States. Okay? That is a very serious deal. And everyone knows that the United States government, this administration, is pushing to get into a war with Russia. We all know that. We all feel it. We all see it. Okay? Well, back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that come up missing here in the United States, and they felt like it was high probability that the nuclear or the radioactive material would be taken along the Interstate 70 corridor heading east or west or south. So from what we understand, they were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night, unless you're doing some type of ISR work, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for bad guys, or looking for a victim, a search and rescue victim, or law enforcement, or some type of military project, right? There's no reason for a drone to be flying at night, really, okay? Because they don't see shit. So, unless you have thermal optics, Drones really don't see stuff. You need to do mapping during the day. If you're going to do farming stuff, you mostly do it during the day. The only reason why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something, whether it be a person or trying to smell gas. We have methane gas detection systems that can detect gas leaks in pipelines. You really wouldn't use thermal optics for trying to find gas leaks, just simply because the only way you're actually going to find a gas leak with thermal optics is if the gas leak is aggressive enough that it has a difference in temperature. Because thermal imaging, it creates a digital image based off of the temperature variance. So whatever is different in temperature, it creates an image. Usually gas leaks so slow that it goes quickly into ambient before you can even see it. So we have special sensors that can detect gas leaks. We also have special sensors that can detect radioactive material. So with this gentleman that I had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm to try to get somebody in the government to say, hey, we need to work together to go try to find this nuclear warhead, none of that ever happened. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. Nothing ever happened. This government did not do anything at all to help this gentleman raise the alarm and raise awareness that there is a very deadly weapon on its way to the United States. It's out there. Nobody knows where it's at now. It left Europe. Now it's gone.
Okay, a couple of things about this. This wouldn't be surprising to me, not from this administration, to use a dirty bomb to go off, use that as an excuse to go after Russia. We really just got to pay attention that if a false flag event comes up, it's how fast they come up with identifying who the people are. Just like they did with Iraq. All of a sudden, they're like, oh, we know that Saddam Hussein and the weapons of mass destruction, and they came up with this very, very quickly. And that was our excuse to go to war with Iraq. So if something happens and a dirty bomb is used, it shouldn't be surprising if they come up with a quick way to identify Russia as the guilty people. Just be prepared for something like that, and also just be aware that they are purposely trying to find a way to go to war with Russia. So we shouldn't fall for that. I know they keep trying to paint Russia as the bad guy, and I released a video over there on Pimpy's News Network that everybody should pay attention to. It's very important, not to mention the fact that it does feed into this whole narrative that's going on right now. Now, having said that, then why wouldn't the government just come out and say, look, we're running some type of test at night with our drones, something along those lines. You know, they're not going to come out and say we're looking for a nuclear bomb. That's going to scare people. But they could definitely come out and say, we are aware of the drones. It's military training taking place, so nobody needs to be scared. Something along those lines. But they're going, we have no idea where they come from. We have no idea what they're capable of. We just think they're harmless. You think they're harmless? How do you know they're harmless if you don't know anything about the drones? We can't even trust our own government to lie a proper way about the whole situation. So if they are looking for a nuclear bomb, it seems to me they could have went a better way about this than just allowing drones to fly everywhere and having people panic over it. Let's continue.
In this episode, we're diving into the mysterious drone sightings happening across the country and even beyond. Reports are pouring in from New Jersey, New York, California, overseas, and more recently, Chicago and Tennessee. It's baffling that the government seems to have no answers, and even more alarming that they're not making progress in uncovering the truth. This situation is escalating, and it's starting to feel outright ridiculous. We're going to review some compelling footage that's been circulating because there's just so much of it. These drones appear to be engaging in strange activity, including what looks like targeting and even shooting at objects. On the flip side, some people are reportedly firing back at the drones.
What the fuck is that? Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this... Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
Someone called the cops on these lights.
They're going into the ocean, is that it?
Phoebe, please. They're going crazy.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, again, a splash. You can actually...
Is that scary?
That's a little scary. Does that light help it?
You can try
We need to go get the other flashlights, like the little ones, get like all of them and spotlight the heck out of it. It's the same path every single time.
That's a drone, all right. I'll tell
It's
you.
100% a drone, isn't it?
Can't be anything else.
See how slow it's flying?
It's slow and it's not big.
And
too.
before it went like this.
like planes, you
That's
can
the
see.
same exact route. So maybe it's not one drone. Maybe we're seeing multiple drones and they're all going this
And
way.
Also, you want me to stop videoing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's rolling. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Beans, promise beans. A bit. Beans, boss.
Now you know I'm gonna post this on Facebook.
All drones. Those are drones because we ended up coming to Seaside just to check it out. These are all drones. Holy shit. Then, yeah, there's that one heading back into Tom's River.
Oh my gosh, bro, look at that, look at that. Yeah, that's the closest one we've gotten so far. The tree's blocking it. Oh, bro, oh my gosh, look at that. They're four-way rectangular. Oh, it's got blurry, damn it. Oh, there you go. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
No way! Yo! No way! You got good footage? Good footage? Oh, they fucking! This shit. Yo!
gonna believe me. Look at this thing.
There are individuals, like the drone hunter, who are engaging in attempts to shoot down drones. They take active measures to bring down these devices, often without considering the legal implications or potential safety hazards. This raises concerns about personal safety and the law, as the repercussions of such actions can be quite serious.
Hold on. I'm gonna put my hat on backwards. I don't know what's going on. I hope these are in focus. Look at this. What the hell's going on here? Oh, please be picking this up. This is nuts. Look at that. God, I wish my neighbor was here right now. He comes out and watches for UFOs, but holy crap.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision. We have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority. We have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because it correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the
But
sky.
do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well. But we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they are armed?
Wolf, there is no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, Mark Green, has argued for and advocated for that expansion of authorities. So has Congressman Pfluger. We agree with that advocacy, and we have sought increased authority.
As you know, it's causing a lot of concern. Mr. Secretary.
I'm here to calm those concerns, Wolf, and we'll be back if there's any reason for them.
We'll continue this conversation if in fact, these drones continue to show up over New Jersey and elsewhere. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Mass chaos, fake videos, real videos. The Biden administration claiming they have no idea what the hell is flying around, if they're dangerous or not. Just like they allowed the Chinese spy balloons to fly over, they're not going to do crap about these drones. We have no idea if they're ours. We have no idea if they belong to an adversary. But the fact that they're not doing anything to take them down, claiming they're worried about our protection. Well, if you're worried about our protection, then you take a drone down. So we know for a fact that it isn't an adversary mapping things out, spying on us. That doesn't make no sense. Mayorkas is an idiot. You should have been taken out of office a long time ago. Whatever the Trump administration does when they get in office, I hope they find that guy guilty of a shitload of crimes so they could charge him. Because he's really put a lot of Americans in danger. Allowing unvetted people to come across our border, allowing spy balloons to go over our country, allowing drones now to fly around our country. It's just very dangerous. But what do you expect from a Marxist? Anyways, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.